for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the most famous venue in the world for sports and entertainment, the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York, USA. Eddie Heard for Matchroom Boxing in association with TGB Promotions and AJ Boxing present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the heavyweight championship of the world. Streamed live on DAZN and broadcast by Sky Sports Box Office to the United Kingdom. Sponsored by William Hill, Tecate, official beer of boxing, Hennessy, Never Stop, Never Settle, StubHub, and JD Sports. Sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission, along with the WBO. President Francisco Paco Barcarcel. The WBA President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. The IBF President Darrell Peoples. And the IBO President Ed Levine. At ringside, the three judges scoring, should this fight go the distance, Michael Alexander, Julie Letterman, and Pasquale Pacropio. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, World Championship veteran, Michael Griffin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are at ringside and they are ready. The fighters are in their corners and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance here at the sold-out Madison Square Garden, New York City, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner with his trainer Manny Robles. He's wearing white with gold and stands 6'2", officially weighing in at 268 pounds. His professional record, an excellent one. 32 victories, 21 wins by knockout. He has only one defeat, and that was a split decision loss. From Imperial, California, and fighting for his Mexican heritage, y de los puros mexicanos, the former undefeated NABF heavyweight champion, the challenger, Andy Destroyer Ruiz Jr. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner with his trainer, Rob McCracken, wearing white with black, standing 6'6" and weighing in officially at 247.8 pounds. Since capturing Olympic gold, he now has a perfect professional record. 22 fights, 22 victories, 21 wins by knockout. From London, England, the heavyweight fighting pride of the United Kingdom, the reigning, defending, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua grabbing a swig of water, and now we'll hear the instructions from referee Michael Griffin.
Gentlemen, you both received my instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands. I want you to protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, men. You're boxing at the bell. God bless you both. Michael!
We are getting ready for the start of this heavyweight championship title fight. Andy Ruiz Jr. getting his second chance. Had one in 2016, lost a majority decision to Joseph Parker for the vacant WBO title. It was Anthony Joshua who took Parker's title away in March of 2018. Round one underway. Joshua, a significant height advantage on Ruiz, but Ruiz has had success against taller fighters in the past.
Yeah, his people say against Parker, he just didn't do enough. He didn't throw enough punches, and they want to correct that immediately and say, we will.
And Ruiz often says the only thing that's held him back is people's perception thanks to his doughy body. As you can see, there's quite a difference in physical specimen between Joshua and Ruiz, but Joshua very much respects the boxing ability of Andy Ruiz Jr. He said once Jarrell Miller pulled out, this ended up actually being maybe even a tougher opponent than Miller would have been for him. Joshua using that jab.
He has a good one.
He's jabbed much more often over his last few fights than he did earlier in his career when it was mostly power punching from Anthony Joshua. 22-0, 21 knockouts. Only time he went the distance was against Joseph Parker, which he said he didn't part because everybody was clamoring for him to. And he said now that it's the only fight he didn't knock him out, he wish he would have because he felt like he could have.
Well, he's become a much more patient fighter than he was, as you pointed out. He's trying to get everybody out of there as quick as he can. Now he looks more to wear his opponent down and then finish him. And it all starts with that jab.
And to your point, Barry throws way fewer punches per round than he did earlier in his career. A lot of stalking going on in this first round. Ruiz tried the left hand. Joshua patiently sizing him up. He has indeed become much more poised as his career has lengthened. Maybe patient is the better word, as Ruiz caught him with the right hand after Joshua missed over the top. Joshua trying to stick that jab through the midst of Ruiz.
Definitely what he wants to do in this fight is keep Ruiz on the end of the jab. Ruiz is his best chance, of course, is to power.
Ruiz said to win a fight like this, you have to be willing to die in the ring, and that's the mentality he'll have. Joshua again kept him at bay with that jab.
Good strong jab. Pretty slow first round, I thought. Largely feeling out. Both guys just kind of getting into a rhythm.
Boxing, use your height and reach. You can't get past the jab if you jab up and down and then walk into the right hand. Okay? Put your legs out. Relax. Bit busy with the jab up and down. Start shooting the odd 1-2. The odd 1-2 up on your toes. The odd 1-2 above. Keep him long. Keep him long. Don't look for the hooks yet. Keep him long. Jab, jab, backhand. If you can shoot one there, you have to feint first. Don't fall in and don't rush anything, okay? Have a little drink. Where's the bucket, Sal? Where's the bucket? Bucket. Relax. Listen, he's going to shot coming over the top. Meet him with a jab and a 1-2.
When he comes in,
yeah, meet him with a jab and a 1-2. Don't have your hands down, right? Come on, big.
Start of round number 2.
Interesting, I thought there was an actual conversation in the corner. Usually you don't hear the fighter contribute much.
And Ruiz comes bursting out of the gates in round number 2 with a nice combination up top and a good exchange from Joshua. And already more action in the beginning of round number 2 than we saw all of round number 1.
Joshua just missed that right hand.
Joshua fighting in the United States for the first time, fighting outside the UK for the first time of his career. Fighters sizing each other up again. Joshua, the former gold medalist who has not lost in his professional career.
It's a real conundrum, really, for Ruiz. He knows he's got to get inside, and with Joshua's jab being his best weapon, it's very difficult to do.
And Ruiz said if he's going to win this fight, he has to let his hands go, even though he is aware of the vulnerabilities that could pose if he does. There's that jab again from Joshua.
Joshua being almost all left-handed here. He's only thrown the right hand a couple of times. You can almost just sense him winning for the moment.
Joshua, one of just 3 fighters who lands more than 30% of their jabs. Triple G and Deontay Wilder, the other 2. Ruiz tried to come in with a hook. And the right hand that time from Joshua caught Ruiz. And then a left hand from Joshua, but a nice counter from Ruiz up top. Probably the best exchange we've seen thus far in these first 2 rounds right there.
I mean, one thing about Joshua, he has been rocked, he has been dropped.
Dropped by Vladimir Klitschko in 2017 before Joshua came back to drop Klitschko twice before finally a TKO win in round number 11.
Once again, just a very measured round, I thought. That said, though, Joshua winning both those rounds just because he's busier. And I don't believe Ruiz can let too many rounds just slip by.
See how you eliminate my counter, my double jump like that? You see that? Very good, son. You know he's showing you the right hand, right? He's showing you the right hand again. Take a little step.
From that last round.
Take a little step over to the right and over to the
Good
right
left
hand
hook
yourself.
that time. Started out like a jab, and he just turned it. Ruiz missing with a couple of counter punches.
Start of round number 3. And in case you're just looking at the bodies and saying, how could a fighter like Ruiz beat someone of the physical stature of Anthony Joshua? Alexander Dimitrenko, the last opponent of Ruiz, has very similar physical attributes, both in height, weight, muscle component, and Ruiz won that fight and did so in 5 rounds after Dimitrenko retired on his stool. Ruiz actually called it a tune-up fight of sorts. In between being in camp and getting right back in after he got this fight. And there he goes down! Big delivery from Anthony Joshua.
Started with the right hand, the left hand closed the deal.
7.
Ruiz back on his feet after getting dropped by Joshua. And will Joshua go for the kill right here? Joshua, huge right hand, lands on the jaw of Ruiz, somehow staying on his feet.
No idea how.
And Ruiz counters. Ruiz counters, and Joshua's down. Andy Ruiz knocks down Anthony Joshua for just the second time in his career. What a third round here in Madison Square Garden. Ruiz back at it.
And the crowd suddenly changing its tune a little bit here. Really liking what Ruiz is doing.
Joshua looked totally in control, knocks Ruiz down. Looks like it could just be an early night and an easy victory. And then Joshua knocked down for just the second time of his career.
I'm not sure Joshua's all the way back yet.
Can Ruiz take advantage? Big right hand there from Joshua. Ruiz lands another right hand on Joshua.
Joshua's in trouble. Joshua's in big trouble.
He doesn't have his footing. Can
He's in
Ruiz
big
take
trouble.
advantage? And you can see Joshua is stunned at the moment. Anthony Joshua in serious danger right now in round number 3.
Absolutely, Ryan. And still time, 30 seconds in this round. Ruiz not jumping on him, though.
You could see Joshua's footing is shaky at the moment. He looks dazed. Can Ruiz take advantage? He's giving him time to recover.
Way too much time.
Diving with a big right hand that lands on Joshua. And a flurry. Joshua covering up. Headed towards the end of the round. And Joshua's down again. Anthony Joshua is down for a second time in round number 3. He cannot be saved by the bell. Will he get up in time to get
Walk to me, okay? Look at your hand. Walk to me. Walk to me.
Anthony Joshua is shaken.
Walk.
He is in big trouble. Now Ruiz, I thought, let him off the hook there for about 30 seconds after the first knockout.
Anthony Joshua had incredible trouble going to his
Come on,
corner.
listen to me. Listen to me. You've got to get right behind that jab. You've got to try and look inside. Yeah, you load it up. Come on, take a drink. Come on. Come on, listen. You can't load up, mate. You've got to box and you've got to defend.
All right, we're going to get another look. You saw a right hand from Joshua. And then that left hand behind a right hand knocked Ruiz right on his back. But the interesting thing was, I don't think Ruiz was as shaken as Joshua was. Ducked under a shot, comes up with a left hand right on the ear, and that always affects the equilibrium of a fighter. 3 more shots, 4 more shots, one to the top of the head, and Joshua goes down. And the last one, big shots here. Joshua would not have survived if the bell didn't ring.
Start of round number 4, and Ruiz right away on the attack, wailing with the right hand.
Joshua still doesn't have his legs back, Ryan.
And so can he get enough on something to try and swing the balance back in his favor and stun Ruiz? Ruiz recovered beautifully from the knockdown that Joshua dealt him at the beginning of round number 3.
And Ruiz, and I understand he's probably trying to save himself if he does have to go the distance, but I think he's got a shaken fighter in front of him right now.
Joshua had been down just once before in his career. Big left hand there from Joshua. Ruiz showing a strong chin there, taking that.
Don't hit him in the back. Walk.
Joshua just steps away, takes a deep breath. He's still not 100%.
Remember, Joshua had been preparing for Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and instead gets a much different style of opponent in Andy Ruiz. Inside of 50 days shy of the fight. Ruiz using that jab, and Joshua still doesn't look all the way back.
He does not. He does not. But I really don't believe Ruiz is taking advantage of this.
Ruiz stalking Joshua, who would love to keep him at distance with that jab, and now Ruiz is saying, let's go. Let's go, you want a box?
Ruiz could do nothing but smile. I truly do not believe it would take a lot for Ruiz to get Joshua out of there.
Ruiz using his jab. You know he wants to set up that right hand. Joshua not very active in this fourth round. Neither fighter is. Both knocked down in round number 3, but Ruiz perhaps missing an opportunity here, giving Joshua more time to find his footing. Ruiz creeping in. Joshua trying to keep him at distance, but not throwing many jabs in this round.
I don't even know if you can make a case for Ruiz winning this round.
An inactive round from both fighters thus far after the incredible activity we saw in round number 3.
I suppose you have to give consideration to the fact that maybe Ruiz is running out of gas also.
You hurt him and you rushed in and he caught you.
Doc,
Your
Doc,
legs
give me
out.
that water,
All
Doc.
you got to do is get you into a box
Doc.
now.
He's even the initiative right here. Then I give him the initiative. Right? Don't give him the mid-range. Don't give that to him. Either we get inside or we don't step in at all. But you can't give him that mid-range. You understand?
Well, let's get switched back on again. Let's get back into proper mode. Come on. Solid jab in the right hands, moving, defending with your head, moving with your hands, all right? Keep the hands up when you're boxing. Don't put down your side. He caught you with the hook because you loaded up, all right? So let's just keep the hands up. Listen, you're back in the game. Jab, jab, right hand, calm. You'll break him down, you can do this.
Seconds out, let's go.
Start of round number 5, and you could hear Anthony Joshua's corner saying, you just need to get your composure back. And Anthony Joshua asking, what shot was it that got me? And it was the left hook of Ruiz.
He needs to get his legs back. He has no bounce at all.
This is usually a world-class athlete. You can feel it in his feet. Crowd here, very pro Joshua, trying to spur him on. This is much more of a fight than anyone expected, with Ruiz dropping Joshua twice in round number 3. Ruiz was asked if he could win a decision. He said, if I'm the busier man, sure.
And Joshua now just pawing with that jab, not throwing it with any intent at all.
He just saw the blood dripping from his nose, and it caught his attention as it tripped onto his glove. Ruiz, big right hand, tried to follow it up with the left, but could not. Joshua still waiting for him to show his power, did with a counter right.
And once again, I'm not sure it hurt Joshua, but it definitely got his attention.
Joshua leaving the left hand down. Was baiting Ruiz, and you know Joshua wants to unload that right hand. Ruiz dives with the left. Joshua still just sizing up Ruiz. After the incredible activity of the third round, both fighters have been laying back in rounds 4 and 5.
Neither one of them doing anything.
And you wonder when the crowd will start to act impatient. The third round sustaining them for the moment. Joshua, big left hook there, doubles up, and now on the attack of Ruiz. Joshua lands a right hand to the body. And Anthony Joshua awake again in round number 5.
Step back, step back.
And smiling a bit, knowing he's been revived.
Took a step back and took a long, hard look at Ruiz.
Ruiz now trying to whip through the mitts of Joshua. Right hand catches from Ruiz.
Time!
That does it for round number 5.
And I think Ruiz just giving rounds away.
Exactamente. Ahí te me confiaste y dejaste que te diera golpe, y dejaste que se creciera. No me le hagas confianza, ciérrate bien. No le dejes la media distancia, amigo.
Jab, jab, right hand. If you're catching, don't look for power, look to box. Because you're walking into the shots. It's when you look for hooks, he caught you. Don't look for hooks. Yeah, he caught you with a hook because you've loaded up with your own hook. Jab, jab, right hand. Listen, we've got to win these rounds now, mate. Come on, let's get into gear now. Come on, let's get boxing again.
What will he come out and do?
He'll come out and he'll try and stalk him, throw hooks, he'll try and rush out. Lead with a 1-2.
All right, so let's take a little look at this. And I think this little rally right there, the left hand, probably won the round for Joshua.
Round 6 underway. Nice left-handed jab from Joshua. You can hear his corner urging him just to box. He said, you're looking for power shots. Boxing. Rob McCracken, the longtime trainer of Joshua, imploring him to box. Jab, jab.
And he's not.
Said you look for power shots, you're going to be susceptible to that left hook of Ruiz again. Joshua, nice right hand. Ruiz with 38 punches landed through 5 rounds to Joshua's 33.
A little left hook from Ruiz that got Joshua going backward again.
Again, Joshua just pawing with that jab. Right hand by Ruiz.
Right, no punches, no punches, no punches. No
Ruiz
punches.
trying to punch out of it. There has never been a heavyweight champion of Mexican heritage. Andy Ruiz, both of his parents from Mexico, trying to accomplish that tonight.
Right, step back, guys. No punches, no punches, step back.
Ruiz knocked down for the first time of his career in this 3rd round. Joshua knocked down by Ruiz twice in that 3rd. Vladimir Klitschko, the only other boxer to knock Joshua to the canvas. Right hand to the body for Ruiz and dives up top with a right-left combo. And pushes Joshua back with a strong left hand. Now a jab up top that catches Joshua. Misses with a right, but hits with a jab, and Joshua's just taking the punishment.
He is. He just does not seem right to me.
Leaving his hands down, not protecting himself. Ruiz sticking his mitts where he wants. And Joshua again losing his footing a little bit. He just does not seem to be all the way there.
He does not. You're absolutely right.
End of round number 6.
Sí, lo tienes que traer. Está bloqueado ese cabrón.
Escucha. Es que si ya lo tienes lastimado, no me pierdas la cabeza. Síguelo presionando, sígueme moviendo la cintura, síguelo tocando. Agua. Síguelo tocando, ¿sí, mijo?
So I have to say, on my scorecard, I still have Joshua winning the fight. Because I just don't believe that Ruiz did what he needed to do. He let rounds get away. Triple G sitting there with Rosie Perez, one of my favorite all-time actresses. No act here, though. Ruiz took the fight that time to Joshua, and Joshua continues to do very little.
Start of round number 7. Can Joshua get a bit more active? Can Ruiz take advantage of what's looked like a shaken Joshua, even in the aftermath of those third round knockdowns? Joshua, big left hand that stung Ruiz, but then Ruiz right back at Joshua, and Joshua in trouble, losing his footing. He's down again. Anthony Joshua is down for a third time tonight.
6, 7, 8. You gotta pick up your hand.
And it seems that every time Joshua scores with a big punch, Ruiz comes right back. It's almost like a wake-up call.
Can Ruiz end it here? Joshua finally landing a big blow, and now another. Can Ruiz counter? Joshua's down again.
Same situation. Joshua threw 3-4 punches, left himself open. Ruiz dropped him, and now he's in big trouble. He is in huge trouble now.
Well, Anthony Joshua continues.
And Mike Graham's giving him a lot of time here.
Feels like more than 10. His mouth guard had gone out.
Maybe
That's it! That is it! Andy Ruiz Jr. is your new heavyweight champion of the world! Shocking Anthony Joshua at Madison Square Garden.
How do you like it? And there's a lot of cheering in this building, but there's also a lot of stunned silence.
An absolutely mystifying performance from both Ruiz and Joshua.
Joshua from the third round, when he was dropped twice, was never the same. What a story.
For the first time in Anthony Joshua's career, he has fallen. And Andy Ruiz's mom and family celebrate a stunning victory. He is the new heavyweight champion of the world.
And a very gracious Anthony Joshua. Well, what a moment for Andy Ruiz. And I have to say, I and most everybody we know would never have guessed it.
A stunning victory for Andy Ruiz. Anthony Joshua looked in control the first 2 rounds, albeit not a ton of activity. He knocks down Ruiz early in the third. First time Ruiz had been down in his career, but immediately following that, Ruiz sent Joshua to the canvas twice at the end of round number 3, and Joshua truly never seemed like he really recovered.
Never did. There's a big left hand, even though he slapped with it a little bit, and then a right hand on top of the head. Combination, another right hand, and a straight right hand. And Joshua did all he could do just to stay upright. Down he goes. And there you can just see almost the shock in his eyes. Another look at the same knockdown. A good left hand and a right hand, a chopping right hand on top of the head. Another one landed on the ear, and it was that straight right hand that I really think was the final.
And as Joshua retreated to his corner, he just never really came back.
Here is the second knockdown and the last knockdown, really. Again, cuffing him on the ear, and then that straight right hand again. Huge weapon for Andy Ruiz. Everything he did not do against Joseph Parker, he did against Anthony Joshua. We're going to get yet another look at this.
Andy Ruiz had said, you got to hit AJ in the body. People haven't. I will. It'll slow him down, and I can win.
So this was the last knockdown, and Anthony Joshua, you can see, walked off toward a neutral corner. Just was not himself at all, period. Into his own corner, I should say. And just was not himself. And Mike Griffin rather, gave him a ton of time and let the jubilation begin.
And this crowd is still completely stunned. This is an all-time upset.
Here at Madison Square Garden, referee Michael Griffin steps in and calls a halt to the contest. The official time, 1 minute, 27 seconds, round number 7. The winner by TKO victory, and now the new unified IBO, IBF, WBA, WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Andy Destroyer Ruiz Jr.
Well, destroyer was the applicable word, wasn't it?
Incredible seeing anyone do to Anthony Joshua what was done tonight by Andy Ruiz. And of course, the juxtaposition in physique makes it even more shocking. And that really belies Andy Ruiz's ability to box. His only loss in his career was a majority decision against Joseph Parker, who Joshua also went 12 rounds with. Joshua was the victor, but Ruiz wins tonight. And Joshua said to us the other day, he knew he could lose to Ruiz. He was taking a massive risk, and it's part of the reason why he was all about fighting Deontay Wilder at this juncture. He said, look, I'm taking risks anyway fighting a guy like Ruiz, but there's not nearly the same reward.
Deontay Wilder, of course, is not in the building tonight, but what do you suppose going through his mind right now?
He has to be just as shocked and stunned and feeling like he is the true heavyweight champion.
And his wallet is a lot lighter.
Ruiz landing 56 punches to Joshua's 47. And absolutely mesmerizing this crowd with a 6th round knockout of Anthony Joshua. And Chris Mannix is with the winner, Andy Ruiz.
Congratulations. For the longest time, Buster Douglas's knockout of Mike Tyson was viewed as the biggest upset in heavyweight history. This gives it a run for its money. What are you feeling right now?
Man, I just want to thank God for giving me this victory. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. And I just feel so good, man. This is what I've been dreaming about. This is what I've been working hard for. And I can't believe I just made my dreams come true. Man, I just want to thank all my team, Al Heyman, Eddie Hearns, my dad, my whole family. And sky's the limit, baby.
You said all along you shouldn't be underestimated in a fight like this. You said you basically had 15 weeks of training camp. You were ready for a fight like this. What changed for you in the third round of the fight when you put him down twice after taking that knockdown? What happened in that round?
I don't know, man. That was my first time getting dropped on the floor. But you know what? It just made me stronger. It made me want it even more. And I just had to knock him down back, you know? So I just thank God, man, so much.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power? You took that big shot, but you kept moving forward. Just like against Dimitrenko, you kept moving forward.
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
After that third round, it just didn't look like he recovered at any point. Could you sense that in the ring?
I could, but I didn't want to throw everything that I got. I wanted to hunt him down even more, work the body, work the head, and we just listened to the game plan with my Manny Robles and Estrellita, and we just pulled it off, man.
There's a rematch clause to this contract. Are you expecting them to exercise it? Do you want that next fight?
Of course, man. Right now, I just want to celebrate. I just made history, baby, for Mexico.
You are the first Mexican-American heavyweight champion What does that mean to you?
It means everything, man. This is what I've been dreaming about since I was 6 years old. If it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't be here.
Listen, you're a good team. Let me say, can we give a round of applause for Andy Ruiz, the new heavyweight champion? Listen, big respect, Andy. Big, big respect. Big respect. Good fighter. Thank you, America. Thank you, everyone, for coming out this evening. Sorry I let my fans down. Sorry I let my supporters down. I'm going to make a move. Big respect. Enjoy this moment, and we'll be seeing you again.
Thank you, man.
AJ, let me turn to you for a second here. Let me just ask you about... Okay, Eddie. This certainly...
And I thought it was interesting, Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua saying it's his moment. You talked to him.
I mean, Anthony Joshua talked to us about that the other day, that he has the perspective of, hey, if I lose, I lose. Like, he keeps a bigger picture at life. He doesn't want to go on just feeling like he has to protect his undefeated record, and it's also why he was willing to challenge himself, or at least verbally express that, against Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. I'm not sure that he expected Andy Ruiz to be the guy who gave him that first loss, as much respect as he does have for him.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. In fact, I think really he's going to have to go back and really take a hard look in the mirror and ask himself what went wrong here. I mean, he had that air of invincibility. And I've seen it with a lot of fighters. They get stopped like he did tonight, knocked down 3 or 4 times. 4 times, I guess. And all of a sudden, it's just not the way it used to be.
And Chris brought up the point before about the greatest upsets in boxing history, in heavyweight history. Obviously, everybody always brings up Buster Douglas, shocking the world, taking out Mike Tyson. Barry, you're in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. You've been around this sport a long time. Where does this upset rank for you in the annals of boxing history?
It's right up there, especially in the heavyweight division. I'm not sure I could say it's what Buster Douglas was, because Andy Ruiz was still only had the 1 loss. Buster Douglas had lost a few fights before. But it's up there. It's extremely high. You don't often find a fighter, and I'm not sure what the odds were on this fight, but it's considered a pretty major upset if a fighter who's a 3-1 underdog wins. And I would have to think this is at least 20-1, at least.
You had to put up 2,500 to win 100 with
there
Anthony
you are.
Joshua.
So, well, and it is the biggest upset.
It is a huge, massive upset. And Andy Ruiz comes away the victor, stunning this crowd. They're all still standing.
They're still
here.
stunned.
They are absolutely floored with what took place here at Madison Square Garden. Anthony Joshua looked like he was just going to go out and do his thing. Dropped Andy Ruiz early in the 3rd round, and almost instantly after that, Ruiz took Joshua to the mat twice. Joshua didn't seem all the way back at the end of that 3rd round. In the 4th and 5th, they both just kind of observed each other. And in the 6th, when the action really ramped up again, Ruiz took a big shot from Joshua, stayed on his feet, showed a strong chin, and Joshua did not, as Ruiz went on the attack, knocked him down once and then a second time before Joshua was not allowed to continue.
You know, let me turn you. What was 222?
It was 22 to 1.
22 to 1. Okay, 22 to 1. So that was the odds on this fight. It wouldn't surprise me if it was 222 to 1. I was going to say, people always ask me, you know, and you just asked me, you know, how does this fight compare and everything? What were the highlights of your career? I've been doing this for a long time. Well, you've just been doing boxing for a short time.
Yeah.
I know that when you get old and gray, like the guy next to you, you will remember it.
Yeah.
Huge moment.
An incredible moment here at Madison Square Garden. And Andy Ruiz Jr. becomes the first Mexican heavyweight champion in the history of boxing. Incredible.
What a night. What a night.
And Anthony Joshua totally and completely stunned by Ruiz. Now, incredible class from Joshua, making sure the moment was Ruiz's, but now Anthony Joshua is Chris Maddox.
The 3rd round, you put him down with that knockdown, and it looked like you thought you could go in there and finish it off.
Yeah, exactly that. That's the fire in me, but I don't want anyone to kind of drown in their